How do internet? Welcome to the part 2 of the USA exploration geoguessing special. Just checking my recording, and we are. So we've just landed into round 4. Round 1 to 3 is in a previous video that you may have just finished watching, or you may have already seen. If you haven't already seen it, you'll know that it's kind of going, yeah, guessing where we are. You can see we're not doing great on score, but we have trouble with the US, because you land somewhere like this and it could be many places. I'm not allowing myself to move, and we've got 7 minutes. That's all we have to draw and guess where we are. Now I'm seeing these palm trees and it looks very green, possibly more green so than California, which is where I would potentially associate palm trees with, but I'm thinking more Florida direction because it looks very green, very bright. And I think because of that, maybe we draw ourselves a palm tree. We zoom in like this, and we get that all nicely lined up, just like that. Just noticed that my screen has been a little bit off for this recording, but there we go. You can see what I'm looking at now. And let's go. So the important thing here is going to be that background layer. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling getting a good background layer on this one. So let's start off with a blue. Very bright blue, because that is kind of what we're looking at. Okay, so quickly get that thrown in. Roughly this sort of a shape. So we're going to throw that down like that. And then what I'm thinking is, if I bring in a lighter colour on a slightly reduced opacity, we can then maybe start bringing it up. In fact, do we have access to, we do in this, we do have access to an airbrush, so we will use that. Don't try and do things by hand when we can just simply fade them away like that. Look at that. And then we're going to bring in a jagged brush to start building up a palm tree, because that looks like it could be useful. So the software I'm using, if anyone's interested, is a piece of software called Leonardo, designed specifically for use with Windows devices. It is a great little piece of software. I would recommend it for anyone who has. I first started using it a while back, and it's a very lightweight, infinite canvas drawing app that serves my purposes quite well. I do have other software that I lean upon, and if people are interested, I can do a video about all the different softwares that I tend to use. But for sketching and just throwing down ideas, I've not found anything that beats Leonardo. Initially purchased for use with a very old Surface Pro, which is still running. It still runs it fine. It's very light. And then moving over to my bigger PC, I thought maybe I'll upgrade to something different, but I keep finding myself going back to this because it just works, and it's just nice. The development's happening bit by bit, and I appreciate every time there's a little update. Sorry, so we've got that there, and then we need to bring in some darker. So yeah, I'm thinking possibly Florida area. So we can start getting these palms in, just throwing them in this. I mean, up here is very much kind of a mess of palms. All of these palms fanning out to try capture a little bit of the sunlight, as much of the sunlight as it can grab. But we'll keep an eye on that timer. We've got 2 minutes, so if you've just come from watching one of the last part of this video, you'll know I didn't get the marker down in time for one of the rounds, and that's why my score's been hit so hard. But there is a play along link down below if you're interested in playing along and seeing if you can beat my scores. We encourage no cheating here. If you want to do that, maybe pause the video, get it loaded up, and the timer will start counting down for you. If you want to make some art along the way, you can grab yourself some art supplies. and post out that art. Get it out there. Show people what you're doing. It doesn't matter if it's not the best art you've ever made. It's not what geosketching's about. Geosketching is about making these quick little things that wouldn't, so let's take this for example. It's not the best palm tree I'm ever going to paint. It might be the last palm tree I ever paint. Who knows? But it's been painted. It's in 7 minutes we've got something. We've had a good time doing it, and that's what I want to try and encourage with people. Right, so let's try and get a little bit of this blue back in, maybe, to show that the palm tree isn't just solid all the way through. I'll just add in a few. Maybe this was a bad idea, but we've committed to putting in some of it now, so we're going to leave it like that. And then maybe we come back in and just put in a little bit of something like that. And I think that's pretty much. It was 47 seconds to make it help us make it guess. Can we see any other clues? Any flags? Any? Ooh, that would have been really nice if we could have read that. That looked like a district name or something. At least in the UK, you would have district names. Maybe it's a business. I can't make it out. It's too far away. But I'm thinking that we might be somewhere down Florida. I don't know whereabouts in Florida. Let's go Tampa. Sure, why not? It could be anywhere. Maybe we hedge our bets and come further up. Oh, I should have gone further south. But at least my theories are right. Palm trees. I'd think Florida. I'd think California. Maybe not California quite so much. But no, LA seems to have lots of palm trees whenever you see that. So maybe my theories are right. But we were here. We were in Golds in Miami. Well, there we go. But we got this little painting. What we can do is we can quickly just, like I always, or maybe we'll clear them up at the end. No one wants to watch me clean up. If you want to see the cleaned up versions, well, some of them are up here, but if you want to see the rest of the cleaned up versions, I'll post them out on Instagram. Go check me over there. Let me know which picture you think's the best out of this full set from the US, and see another nondescript sort of building site. The houses in America are massive. Taxi cab ? Black and white. Not much help. Had it been yellow, that might have been some help. But these are huge. I would love a workshop this size. I mean, a house this size. Yeah, I don't live just for creative spaces and workshops at all. Right. Well, we don't really have much choice of what to draw. We have the option of a house, a house, a house, or a house. So we may as well. Ooh, is that a flagpole? Oh, what is that? I can't make out what it is. Right. This might be a bit of an ambitious one, but we're going to try and quickly throw down this lovely house. But like I said, it could be a bit ambitious, but we do have straight edge tools to help us here, so maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we can make this work. So that's going to be a little bit lower than that one. And then we've got this second pitched area, which is going to start about there and come like this. And then down, across. And then we have this coming across. And a little bit behind that, we have this coming down, this coming across. We have a door here, we can darken. We have a window here. We also have windows up here. And a window here. So that's starting to get there. Let's get in the garage doors. The most important part of a house, obviously, access to the workshop or garage or whatever you wish to call it. And then we can start thinking about the shape of these roofs. Okay, so we need to come back a bit because we need to start with the height of this roof. So I might not have time to get much of a finalised colouring done on this, but what we're aiming for is not that in this instance. We're aiming for a bit of contextual accuracy. Is that the right word? So we're just making a quick sketch of the layout of this house. Across like this, going forward like this. This here is a roof which is coming in this direction, so we're going to indicate that, and then we can bring a straight line all the way across here. Leave it like that. Darken down this door. Put in what looks like some little sconce lights just on each side of these. Grab. Ooh, just making things fly around my screen over here. Go away, start menu. There we go. Grab this colour again, and we can add in what looks like the start of our driveway, so we can just give that a little indication. And then what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to bring in a lighter thing, so we can start putting in downward pillars. Just right on these corners, actually, those aren't they? Right down like that. Right across. We've got 2 minutes remaining, so we can't see where that goes off to, but we can see that there is a post, so we're going to presume it goes all the way along, and then 2 posts in between. We've got windows, so we're going to just put in a little shimmy for the windows, and garage door, so we'll put in a few divisional lines, and they do also have downward lines, so we'll put a few of them on too. These do have very nicely detailed bits coming up at the tops of these, so we'll try and just quickly get an indication of those. Nice white guttering along the top of here, and a path that's coming round onto this here. We've got 1 minute remaining, just hopefully enough time to get a barky colour to fill in these. Oh, that's a very weird barky colour, but we'll take it. And then in front of the house here, we've got a bed head too, and then we can bring in a grass green. Have we got time? We've got 1 minute remaining. Try and get a little bit of lawn in, because people are very proud of their lawns. And then we can bring in a dark green, and just throw in a few little shrubs and things like that, and a big tree coming up on this corner. Something a little bit like that. And we've got a very quick sketch of this building with 30 odd seconds left to go. Bring in some darks. Ooh, too dark. Pass it down. Bring in some darks. Just to give ourselves those extra things. 20 seconds. We're working on that to a very tight time limit. Do we need to have anything else? We need something just to indicate there is stuff over here. And go. No idea on this one. Somewhere where there's lots of new building going on. No idea. Where is currently having lots of building done? It could have been a few years ago. We were north of Chicago. I was trying to rattle my brain for where is in big development in the US, because it looked like big out of city townhouse. But we weren't too far, only 344 miles off. Last drawing. It's something. It was a big ask to try and get that in. I'll be intrigued to see if anyone out there has managed to draw one of those houses. Well, there will be people out there that have drawn one of those houses better than me in the time that was allotted. But I want to see them. So Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, the comments, just link it somewhere. Show me. I want to see. But before you do that, consider, please, hitting the subscribe, the like, maybe leaving a comment. Which picture from the US did you like the most? Let's zoom out and see what we had available to us. This is from the 2 videos. You've seen the bottom 2 drawn on this video. But let me know how you did. How did you do with your guessing? Did you do better than me? If you did do better than me, you can ridicule me in the comments. And I'll take it, because it means you've had a good time and you've had to play through the game. So, I'll see you next time. Have a good time. This is ArtisanBinks signing off. See you next time for some more fun, art, creative things.